it does feel like he's had some of these games where he's right on the cusp of having a really big game. We've had guys go through this like Devin where they're playing the right way, they're getting good shots, and they just haven't quite gone down. And when someone gets a little less opportunity like Sandro and the shots don't go in, it almost feels like you're living and dying by every shot at times. And I think there was a sentiment among his teammates and the staff, he's a really good shooter. And you're just kind of waiting for him to have one of those games. And I think that was probably exceeded some of the thought of having one of those games. But he comes to work every day. He's the most consistent person, especially when you talk about the role he has. And that's why you can hear a little bit of the guys and their feeling for him.
When you go through multiple years where you might lose 50 times, does having a guy like Sandro in the locker room just make it a little more bearable?
Anytime you have a job that requires a lot of hours and effort and energy every single day, and it's mundane in terms of the same meticulous routine and things asked of you, when you have someone that has consistent energy and positive outlook, it's very valuable, extremely, no matter what the circumstances are. Then you add an adversity of an NBA season, regardless of your record, it's that much more valuable.
Something you mentioned pregame was when a team loses its stars, a lot of the other guys get more opportunity. It could have been anybody tonight, let alone Sandro. But what is it like to have a game from a lesser opportunity player like that?
Yeah, it's, again, validates the work that he puts in and his readiness and preparation. And that's what this league is about. When your name is called, be ready to answer the bell. And he did, obviously, in shining colors tonight. But he's been doing this consistently for us now for a couple of years. Obviously, tonight was a little bit of an outlier in terms of the points, but happy for him.
How do you feel that you guys only allowed 105 points tonight? It felt like instead of taking the ball out of the basket a ton, the offense was able to kind of get out and moving. What did the defense do tonight?
I thought Blake Wesley would have been the one we'd be talking about for a lot of this time, except Sandro had the game he had. Blake was ridiculous defensively. He had 2 stretches in both halves. Steph was a part of that. Julian was a part of it. The third quarter, we knew they weren't going to continue to miss some of the shots they did. We know they're one of the best teams in the league. They're tough. They're great coached. They were going to come out and do exactly what they did. And it's hard, you don't let them do this. It's 48 minutes, first 5 minutes. The NBA games are long. It's almost inevitable. You hate to accept that. And I thought our response in that third quarter was stupendous, and Blake was a big part of that, where we took the punch and then we amped up our physicality and our defense again and kind of held them at bay, and he was at the forefront of that.
Was there anything that he did in recent weeks, maybe even on the practice floor, that earned him these longer stretches of minutes recently?
You know what? These guys have been putting in work. We had a run where we were super healthy, and guys like Blake Wesley and Sandro Mamukelashvili did the right thing. And sometimes that doesn't get you playing time, unfortunately. And it's just nice to see that now those circumstances have changed and those guys are chomping at the bit, ready to go, and they got rewarded for that.
You made a little lineup switch and started Jeremy instead of Bismarck. What were you looking for with that change, and did you feel like you got what you were looking for with that change?
Yeah, we did. We thought we wanted to match Jeremy as much as we can with Towns. We thought Biz was a good matchup for Mitchell Robinson, and it was kind of just simple as that. We're a little bit of a ragtag group in terms of traditional lineups, and so there's every now and then we're just making adjustments so it flows a little bit better, and we're not playing catch up with some of the matchups and lineups.
When wins start to get hard to come by, especially in the latter stage of the season, what does a victory like this over a team like the Knicks in heavy contention in the East do for the morale going forward?
That group has never had that problem. No matter what our record has or who's been playing later in the season, these guys have always played. So I know it gets like that around the league, but that's something you can say about that group. Might not be able to say everything, but they've been able to do that.
What do you like about the versatility that Jeremy brings at the 5 on both ends? Like, what stands out about his skill set?
Yeah, I say this a lot. I don't I don't know what position he is. He could be shooting guard. He's just a versatile basketball player, and the skill set that he has offensively and defensively, he makes plays off the bounce. I wish he'd be more aggressive to finish because I think he's a better finisher than he gives himself credit sometimes, and he gets himself in trouble by just not being aggressive and going right up to the rim. He's a very good athlete. He is a great spacer and connector offensively. He screens, and then defensively he guards everybody from, if you want to call it 1 through 5, or every position on the floor. It's very valuable and easy to fit guys around him.
Looking at this box score, it says you missed a shot.
Did I? I didn't miss a shot, did I?
I think you missed one.
I did?
I don't remember when it was, but you said
Damn, I thought I was perfect.
First player in NBA history to score 34 and under 20.
whoa!
There you go. Yeah.
Wow.
Is that true?
Yes.
Wow. Am I officially a scorer now? No, I'm just playing.
I heard Flav out there saying that he thinks that you did it for him. Is that correct? You're trying to.
I feel like I did it for my family, him, everybody who supports me. Man, I just can't explain how I feel right now. I feel like I'm in a dream. My dad was here. He flew in yesterday. My brother. So, you know, it's just a special night. And thanks to the guys and coaching staff and video guys who come in and work out with me every day. I just want to get this off. Like, just they're amazing. Every day at 8 a.m. they're ready. Off days, they're ready to get me better. Coaching staff, the guys, you know, they're my family, and I appreciate them. And, you know, thanks to my family for being here.
Where exactly did your dad and brother fly from, and when's the last time that they watched you play in person?
I think my dad was here in December, but they flew in from New Jersey. My dad landed in New York 2 days ago, and they flew over here. And, you know, I don't know, man. It's been a hell of a ride, you know, up and down. It's just, you know, just staying ready. I learned, and having faith and praying and just believing in yourself is the main thing, you know, and that's what I learned today.
You've always, I guess, talked about on a number of different occasions at like the practice facility, just that idea that you never know when you're gonna get your chance, so you have to make the most out of those 3 or 4 minutes. Is this just one of those examples of that kind of mindset paying off?
100%. I feel like everybody comes to me and tells me, like, yo, there is a minute left, and we see you with, like, your face red, going hard, and you cannot waste the NBA minute. It's one of the top players in the league. Nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is promised. And, you know, it's just the everyday grind you got to go through, a mental, physical. Just, you know, sometimes you are out of rotation. Sometimes you're in a rotation. Sometimes you play at the end of the game. But, you know, as soon as you put your head down, as soon as you feel defeated, that's, you know, when your days start to calm down. So, you know, as I said, like, I'm trying to get better. I'm trying to establish myself. I'm trying to show everybody that I belong. And, you know, I'll just keep taking strides towards that. And, you know, I'm just so happy I have a support team behind me. I have my girl, my friends, my teammates, you know, my family, everybody, you know, and you know, it's just crazy.
You do have to tell the Flav story of how he was your ticket tonight. You got
Yeah, I know him for a long time. We got really close. I FaceTime him sometimes. We talk about stuff. You know, we went to New York last summer, and, you know, he came to my first summer league. He was my financial advisor's friend, and then since then we just kicked it off. And, you know, he was telling me, I'm gonna come out, and then it was his birthday 2 days ago, and he called me. He was like, for my birthday, I'm coming to San Antonio. So I was like, okay, not the you ain't gonna have fun that much, but you know, at least you gonna come to the game. So, you know, I'm super happy he's here. We went to facility yesterday, had 2-on-2 with my cousin and my brother. We lost the first game. He got mad, and then I had to lock in, you know. So I feel like since yesterday I've been locked in. So it was fun.
So losing that game has been carried over to today.
No, I won the second one. I couldn't tell, like, you know, Flav gonna go around and say, you know, I lost to Sandro's brother, and when I had Sandro on the team, that ain't gonna happen. So, you know, I locked in on the second, and we won.
So I just know how you feel about tonight. Just little.
I feel great. I feel great. I feel happy. I don't know. Man, I've been waiting for this day for a long time. I manifested it, prayed for it, and just you know, I just waited for this day. And my rookie year, I think 28 was my career high. And I looked up, and I was like, I have 24. I'm so close. And I was like, please don't sub me out right now. I just got to get it. and it just worked out, and it was crazy. That's all I feel.
34, so
Yeah.
a hell of a game.
34 in the NBA. Woo, that's crazy.
Being there, it looked like Chris was kind of calling some actions to
Yeah.
get you some looks. So was
100%. I feel like once I started knocking some shots down, I was hot, and he was like, every time now we go down the floor, you just come and set a screen, and we play from it. If they overplay, probably he has a drive, and then if they help, then I have a three, and it was going in. So I was like, I can keep shooting, So, he definitely looked for me, and I was 1 rebound shy, but that's all right. That's all right.
The reaction from your teammates, they subbed you out and continuing, like what does that mean, or how does that make you feel?
My teammates know me the best, the person I am, and they see me work. They see me go through stuff. They are the ones who I can go ask for help, ask for advice. They are the ones who always have my back. So, I feel like we would be happy for everybody, and I'm so grateful to have them around me, because even though when I'm going through some stuff, when I'm not playing, I can always go talk to them, and each one of them going to give me a great advice, and I think the advice is going to be very different from each other. So, I feel like, as I said, like they're the main guys who will come in every day. I see them every single day. I fly with them. I eat with them. It's just the thing. Like, as I said, I feel like we would be happy for all of the guys if they had a game like this, and I'm just grateful to have them. And as I said, they always believe in me. Like, for example, Drew. Like, every time I don't shoot the ball, I come out. He tells me like, "Oh, you are open. What are you doing? You work on the shot," and everybody else. And I just don't want to make sure. I want to make sure the video guys don't go unnoticed, because I was not in a rotation for a long time, and they stayed after every shoot around, every day off, every morning. They were there, and they were pushing me to be better. And they're the real guys that helped me to have the performance how I had.
Do you listen to everything that Julian Champagny says?
Not really. Not really. Sometimes I listen, sometimes I don't. It depends. But yeah, thank you guys.
Have you ever heard MVP chants in the arena before?
Oh, that was crazy. I heard it in Georgia, never in the States. So I was like, what is going on right now? Like, I really had an outer body experience for a little bit there. I was like, is this really happening? Like, when you kind of want to believe it so bad, but it's like, what is happening right now? Like, but as I said, like, once it sinks in and you're like, okay, like, I really worked for this and it's happening, and it was an unbelievable feeling. Thank you to the Spurs fans, and they're the best. They come out every night, support us no matter what. They're incredible. So thank you to everyone who supports me, who doesn't support me. It don't matter. Like, we're a Spurs family. We appreciate you, and go Spurs, go.
Sandy!
Yes, sir. Thank you.